Three, two, one, action! Hello, welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about whatever we want.
It's a Tiff's thing, huh? By the way, Tiff has been fired.
Is it?
Tiff has been fucking fired. She's out of here.
No.
Fucking Iceland bitch, huh?
This was just a tribute to Tiff. She doesn't do this anymore because people made fun of her too much.
That's like Bretman, remember Bretman Walker? Bretman Hitbreaker?
Oh, Hitman Break of the Eye.
Happy birthday to you. You guys don't remember old school YouTube?
No.
This guy was the funniest guy on YouTube ever. He was about 67 pounds.
Yeah.
And he had the highest pitched voice ever. So he's one of those guys back in the day.
He was a Filipino YouTuber.
In the Philippines.
Damn, we like him.
In the Philippines.
He was a little flamboyant. He had a light little mustache, and he would always sing,
Oh, that guy!
Happy birthday to you.
And then he would do all these covers with the greatest like hand gestures.
And he would edit it in the best way. And it's
Yeah.
like in his kitchen, he has like a mop, and he's dancing with the mop.
Yeah.
And it was funny only because he was serious. So it wasn't comedy.
His heart was in.
Should I get his life
awesome.
rights? Should I get his life rights and do the movie?
Dude.
Where is he now?
And I don't want it on Lifetime either, right? I want it to be a legit movie.
I
Where?
just think it's dope that the lead singer of Journey now is a dude from the Philippines that was just good at karaoke.
I know, that's crazy.
Isn't that insane?
I know.
Yeah.
Actually said she ran into Steve Perry, the original singer of Journey, and he's like, yo, he claimed he's like a part Filipino. He goes, maybe it's because I'm part Filipino.
Really?
What?
Wait, did
All
they?
the time, or he just said it?
He just said it to her like.
Maybe is he talking about like inside?
No, he was saying like,
He's like,
I'm part Filipino, so maybe that's like part of the voice thing. And she was like, what?
You ain't part of Filipino.
Small. He's like a small, like,
Well, then he must be.
he's part Portuguese or something.
Just give him a bowl of punch.
Some
Damn, he had a
mixture.
little Filipino. Filipinos were everywhere.
Dude, Alicia Keys.
You know who else part?
No way.
Yeah, she's a quarter or half. I can't remember.
Alicia Keys?
Alicia Keys.
What?
Look it up. Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars, yeah. Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars looks like a Filipino man.
Bruno
But
Mars is
Alicia
hella
Keys?
Filipino.
Yeah.
So-
You know who's also Filipino?
The Rock.
The man who assassinated Versace,
Yeah, Kunana.
Oh, really?
Andrew Cunanan.
I know.
I didn't know Cunanan was a fucking Filipino name.
Kunana.
I thought The Rock was Samoan and black, right? Half black, half Samoan.
Filipinos be mixed in everywhere.
Yeah, they're mixed in everywhere. Yeah,
We're
The
not even
Rock.
a real.
Even,
We're a mix.
Vin Diesel even has a little bit.
Damn, why do you know all these Filipinos?
I don't know.
You're so
I was like, I
prideful.
need somebody because when I was
Damn.
growing up,
Vin Diesel?
I was like the only Filipino at my school.
And
Because
that's why you thought you were black?
yeah, I did. When I was in elementary school, I thought I was black for a long time.
What?
For like too long. Yeah.
Well, if I'm not white, I'm black.
There weren't any black.
pretty much.
There weren't any black people at my school. I was in Santa Barbara, and
Santa Barbara don't got black people?
there weren't at my school. There were in downtown Santa Barbara, but not in Goleta where I was going to school. Yeah, and when we learned about Martin Luther King, I was like, well, I know I'm not Mexican, and I know I'm not white. Like all the way white, I think Dad's black because he's pretty dark. And so then I was really scared of getting assassinated.
That's dope. You have a dope imagination.
I would get so scared, and my mom would be like, "No, you're not black. Like you're like a Hawaiian, like an island. Like it's from an island." I'm like, "But where?
You're like Mexican
where is
Asian.
Africa?
You're like
to
Mexican
me?
Asian.
And
Asian Mexican.
Yeah, but I don't know Spanish.
I know.
So knowing that, do you think going back, would you rather have grown up in a more predominantly Filipino area, or would you rather have grown up where you did?
Are you doing your own
I
statistics
don't
for
think I
your
could say rather because I only know one reality, so
Yeah.
it's like I wouldn't change anything that happened. But I will say that like I felt really isolated when I was younger because everyone was white. My mom was white. All the girls on TV were white. And so even like watching you and Hook, I was like, oh my God, that guy's Filipino?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy because I never ran into another Filipino in real life. So then when
How about your relatives? You never had.
well, my relatives were in Orange County and we were in Santa Barbara.
Wow.
So like yeah, we were the only
Siblings?
my brother, he was 5 years younger than me.
He's Filipino.
He is, but I'm like,
But he's your
are we
brother.
the only ones?
I know. I feel
You know, and
I
so-
grew up when I was in the Bay Area in Pittsburgh. We were in like a Filipino town called Pittsburgh, California. Mad Filipinos. My parents were part of the Filipino American Association. My grandfather was like the president of it. That kind of stuff.
Wow.
So everyone was like
Filipino.
It was like hella Filipino, like blue collar Filipino. But then when I moved to LA, we moved to like Paramount, right? Where it was like Mexican and black. So then we were like, all of a sudden we're like Mexican and black. And then we got bused to high school in Orange County, and that was just white.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you get a little feel of everything.
Which one did you like the most?
Filipino black.
I think the most impactful thing, maybe it's that time in my life too, was like Paramount, because we were like very like multicultural hip hop, and it was like that, and it was like, I don't know.
I wish I got more of that flavor growing up, because I really.
I don't think growing up too. I never, at a young age, felt like a weird cultural identity thing, right? Like I always say, the Sacramento was hyper diverse, and I think where we grew up was so diverse.
I didn't even see race until I moved.
Where'd y'all grow up?
So I grew up in Cerritos.
Yeah, I did some time in Cerritos too.
And then back then it was really diverse.
Hella diverse.
And then when I moved out here, it's fucking Chinatown, and that shit it blew my mind.
I thought white people only live by the beach.
Well, I was by the beach.
I mean, Cerritos had white people. We did Cerritos too. Cerritos.
Whites, Indians, Filipinos, Mexicans, like I knew everyone.
So I never looked.
I thought white people were the minority.
No, I'm from Sacramento. So I'm from Sacramento. So like I never looked around.
What's
people
missing
like,
Joe's one-liners?
I thought they lived by the beach.
Right.
I thought they were the minority.
Yeah, so it's just a weird thing. Like when I hear that, it's like, oh, I never thought like, oh my god, like who am I? I'm just like everybody's just everybody. Specifically, in my schools growing up, like we always had like cultural festivals like every month, so everybody got to celebrate who they were. So it wasn't something that was in the back of my mind, like I don't know who I am.
You have an issue with it.
Yeah, and if I just saw white people on TV, I'm like, that's probably how they live, you know? And I just go about my day. They don't yell at their kids, they don't beat them. I'm
Well,
like,
if
whatever.
anything, I actually related more to the Greeks because I had this Greek babysitter growing up, and my parents left me with her like all day, and it would.
You could be Greek too. You could be Greek
Yeah,
also.
and so she would take me to the Greek festivals,
You
and
are
like her
racially
daughter
ambiguous.
looked like me, and I was like, I could
You're
be
the
Greek.
future. The future's like,
Brown.
yeah,
Mixed,
brown,
yeah.
like mixed.
The browning of America.
Filipino baby.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Chinese and Mexican is Filipino.
Yeah.
That's true, because there's some Filipinos that look Chinese as hell.
Yeah.
There's a mad Chinese in our blood, but there's actual Mexican blood in our.
Yes, that's
No,
Spanish.
no, Spanish. Spanish.
No.
But now I guess
Mexican.
they swam all the way over there.
No, because I was in the Philippines and I did this walking tour thing. So of course, you know, we're a colony of Spain, but actually we're a colony of Mexico because they founded Spain first. Part of one of the reasons we don't speak Spanish because we're actually a colony of Mexico.
Wait, what?
And so the Mexicans actually came over. The Spanish brought the Mexicans over to help colonize the Philippines. So there's mad Mexican blood in the Philippines.
Oh, that makes
And then
sense.
consequently, there's a lot of Filipino blood that went to Mexico. That's why you see like a lot of Asian-looking
that
Filipino.
makes so
I mean
much
Mexicans, like Chino-looking Mexicans.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
man, we look like you'd be Filipino, but yeah, it goes back and forth.
Yeah, because Filipinos like do the hard labor over in like Hawaii and stuff. That's why I was saying earlier we're the Mexicans of the sea.
We are, but we actually are Mexican,
Yeah,
and vice
I didn't know
versa,
that.
which is crazy.
That's cool.
It is cool.
Did you do your 23andMe and it said
No,
Mexican?
not yet.
Don't give the
you do
government your
yours?
DNA.
I already did mine.
Oh,
Did you do
you're
yours?
fucked.
What did it
You're
say?
so fucked.
It said
I don't care, they could clone me.
I'm like 70%
They'll
Chinese,
frame you.
and then I'm part like 12% like Native American, and I know about that because my great grandma's from
What?
Peru. And then I'm like 1% Mongolian, 3% Korean, I think some like 2% European.
European.
Yeah, I think because of the Peru thing.
I'm a peeing.
European.
I was 98% Japanese, and I checked it a month ago, and I'm now 99% Japanese.
Oh, you got more Japanese?
This fool's fucking purebred as fuck, dude.
I was 98%
Japanese
Japanese
drop and then
and 1% Korean, and then
Oh,
the
it's
other
tight.
East Asian.
You can probably look at some old school black and white pictures and you might see someone that looks like you in those pictures.
I get paintings, like fans send me paintings when they're studying like Japanese history and shit, and they're like, this guy looks like you, and I'm like, it does.
But they do that for me too, but it's every fat Asian person. And they're like, that's you. I'm like, it doesn't look like me. It's like,
But you look Korean as fuck though.
I do. I'm very a typical Korean face.
Especially when you do your hair all nice, like you look like you could be in the Korean military.
Yeah.
Right now too, huh?
Did you do yours? I gotta do my 23andMe.
No, you don't.
I already know I'm gonna have like a shit ton of Mongolian in my ass, for sure.
In your ass.
Yep.
We're all pretty much China. The Asian part of us all comes from China, kinda.
We're all Chinese.
You know what I'm saying though? Okay, so when you look at an Asian family, the genes are so fucking strong. It looks like a guy and girl, like it's like it's almost the same person, but one's long hair with titties and one's like short hair, right? Like Asian genes are fucking strong. When you look at a white family, it doesn't even look like they're related sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's because they're like really a mix.
Right? It's like you have sometimes you'll have like a ginger with like blonde
hair,
like
brown hair,
brunette parents and blonde kids or whatever, and it's all like different facial. I'm like, what the fuck? It's so crazy.
Because Europe was all these different countries, but they're right next to each other, so like you can make all these.
You know what's like really hype right now? You know, because like identity and culture is such a big topic. Like I've never ran into so many white people that do this now. They don't say they're white anymore. They go, I'm like 8% German. I'm 3%. You're fucking white, all right? If none of your family members speak any of that language and they don't celebrate any of that culture, you're white American.
Yeah, you're right. Because it's only white people that I'm like, I'm half Filipino, half white. They're like, well, what's the white? And I'm like, well, I don't know.
It's white.
And like French and stuff and Russian.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, Russian, huh? Like, like they get hooked on one. I'm like, I don't know.
It's such a weird thing. I guess like because I think they want to be a part of that pool now.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to find their identity and roots from like 7 generations ago. And then what they're gonna find out is that your family owned slaves. And then they're gonna go like, never mind. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
You're gonna trace it back to some pilgrim shit.
Yeah.
What happened to your face? I keep staring at that.
Oh, so Mario.
Yes, Mario got one in.
Now she did like
happen,
this.
Tiger?
It's like this Eastern medicine way of like cleaning up your skin. It's like through like it's like
Eastern medicine.
acupuncture type of shit. And so she's been wanting to do it with my skin.
So like it pops the pimples or what?
No, it's like the same thing as like the Graston technique where you get all that blood vessels to go to heal and it scars up and heals your skin.
She's like, so I just gotta stab your face. Really quick. It's Eastern medicine, baby.
It's really what it was. And then so I just kind of closed my eyes and I just felt.
You let her do it?
Yeah. I'm at this point now where I just give up. You know, like that dog that just you put it on his back and it's like.
We're ready for marriage.
So all she does is like, if she's
Damn.
she'll go.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, so she'll be like, hey, like you got pimples on your face or some shit, or I want to pluck your eyebrows. I'm like, there's no point in finding this. So I just like lay down and I let it
It's
happen.
like, I want to pluck your eyebrows. Like, go for it.
Like she plucked my eyebrows like a couple weeks ago and it looked really good. So now if she wants to do it, I just let her do it.
Yeah, I just learned last year that wives could like shop for their husbands, or like you could buy clothes for your.
Oh, she's not allowed to do that for me.
I didn't know that you could do that. I never did that before. And
Well,
so-
Steve's different. Steve looks like he hates life.
Well, yeah. Then.
So like it's, you know what I mean?
Go
Like,
wrong. Anything you get from him is always a up.
yeah, so, and he knows he can't dress either, so he understands that about himself.
Exactly. He actually wanted me. He's
Steve
like,
got
he
no
asked
style.
me to
Steve's
help.
style. Yeah. Can you help me out with his style?
Yeah.
All of Steve's clothes look like he got for free.
He basically did. He wears
Somebody
like.
gave that free clothes away and then he got that clothes.
But some people don't care about fashion.
He doesn't. I don't think he cares.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He wears like playlist shirts every day, like just random like VidCon shirts and stuff, maker shirts.
Which is cool.
But it's fine, and I wasn't gonna change his style at all. I'm just like whatever, like I didn't care that much. But until we started going to events, and then he would wear that shit to like events, like red carpet events, and he's like, "Well, I don't care." I'm like, "Yeah, but it looks really weird when I'm like dressed
What
up."
kind of
and-
cut pants does he wear? Does he care about the cut of
No,
his?
the
You wear
pants
shorts.
is-
No, it's the same. It's like he'll
Wear
go.
any t-shirt if you got like the right.
Dude, yes.
No, not any
He's
t-shirt.
got dad pants.
Not any, because he'll wear like the Redondo Beach 5K to like a red carpet event.
Not to a red carpet. Not the red carpet. Not the
Two
red
days
carpet.
ago, he was riding with these guys, but then we were also filming JK Party, and so we asked him to play Mafia after. He was wearing a shirt with a bomber jacket over like sweatpant track pants that were like from 15 years ago.
Why does he dress like he got divorced?
No!
Like, what the fuck? Like you took everything from him.
Yeah.
God damn it, Steve.
Like he just
crazy.
dressed in the dark. He
But I
doesn't.
do understand that because even when I first came to LA, like specifically any type of event that they said there was a dress code, I would do the exact opposite on purpose.
Yeah.
Flip flops, socks, t-shirt, shorts. I said fuck this shit, and so my manager and I we used to always fight about that stuff because he always told me I had to dress a certain way, but I hated the fact that they would tell me I had to dress a certain way.
Yeah.
And look at you now. You look good.
Well, I do that because Mariel
Yeah.
hates the fact that when she looks nice,
Yeah.
that I should put that effort into.
Exactly. That was my argument.
Yeah, so-
was that in the pictures it would always I'm like I can't post this. It's like I look like I'm overdressed now. Like I look like an asshole because you're all like in fucking Netflix and chill clothes and I'm all dressed to the nines. Now I can't post this.
You just roll up to events and slips and shit.
Yep. There's literally a shit ton of those fucking
When we
photos out.
first met this dude,
I feel like I wasn't at an event with you and I seen you like that too.
100%.
You wear socks with the flip flops where your toes are going.
Yep.
That's so Asian.
When I first met them, I looked just like that.
and we were like telling Gio, see, he's wearing sandals. Why can't I wear sandals?
You should have saw the argument I had with Abe though before. He's like, "Are you going like that?" I'm like, "Yup." He goes, "No, go get some clothes on." I was like, "Absolutely not." Flip flops and socks and a big ass panda on my t-shirt. And I walked outside. I was like, "Fuck this shit."
I guess I'm used to that because that's how my dad dressed growing up. He would just wear random fucking sweats and like look like a bum. One time our white neighbor, like, he's like a very, very like howdy, you know, like that kind of guy. He came over and he wasn't used to seeing my dad in his weekend clothes because my dad's a CPA, so he dresses up to go to work, but then on the weekends he's just like full hobo, and he's like wearing a beanie, and the neighbor comes over and he's like, "Hey, whoa, you look like a rapper."
Did he have a beanie on?
Yeah, it was like a beanie and sweatpants and stuff. Whoa, you look like a rapper.
Whoa, say the N-word. Say it.
That's what you really wanted to say.
I know. You look like a napper.
So now whenever my dad looks fucked up, we're like, "You look like a rapper."
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got my bumness from, because my parents were always dressed like sharp.
Oh, really?
Maybe that's what it was. They were forcing it on you, and you're like, "Fuck no."
Yeah, that could be it.
The other way.
My dad barely wore t-shirts, and if he's the kind of guy that if he wore a t-shirt, he tucked it in.
Oh yeah, my dad would tuck us into the sweatpants.
Sounds very Japanese.
Yeah.
He'd wear a turtleneck tucked into sweatpants.
What the
My dad's crazy.
What? Why did they tuck in all of their
don't
t-shirts?
know.
Because t-shirts were undershirts back then, right?
That's probably
It's
why.
a new thing.
You weren't
tucks
like
in
supposed to
everything.
rock it.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is when I see the rich Chinese fobs, they literally buy the most expensive shit, but they don't know what to do with it. So it's just like the most expensive fucking streetwear I've ever seen, but it's the ugliest thing I've
It doesn't match.
It just got no. It still got no fashion.
With a visor and
They got
stuff.
like fucking Balenciaga sneakers and shit. They got the Supreme top over here, and then they have the Ed Hardy hat. I'm like, you just went, give me the most expensive thing in here. And then, bah, bah,
The worst thing was when my dad went to the Philippines. He brought back like the thing you tie around, like because all the guys were wearing that there, like a sarong, but they call it something else in the Philippines. And he would wear that on the weekends because he's like, this is what they wear. This is what my culture wears.
Yeah,
and he would wear that. He'd mow the lawn in this fucking sarong.
Dope.
that's
Funny.
So when I married Steve, I didn't even think about it until like,
Damn, no wonder.
That's why, see, he trained you to like people. Like,
Yo, if Steve actually did like try to, I don't even know what his style would be. You know what I mean? Like if I
garage
Should
sale.
we do a makeover on Steve? Should we do like a?
I did one last year.
How'd it go?
It went well, and he dressed nice, but we only bought him a select amount of outfits, so he just wore the shit out of those shirts. Like if you
so
were
they're just threads now.
news, it was just like the same pink shirt every day.
What you gotta do with Steve, I think you have to dress him as a minimalist.
Yeah.
So just give him black, gray, white.
just get him some
jeans,
basics.
Basic, just
Yeah.
a couple of basic blue jeans, black, and leave it
That's
at
a good
that.
idea, actually. Get him like a couple jackets or something.
Yeah,
Like
and then for like a dress shirt, just get him like a jean shirt, a couple of flannels, leave it at that, and then a couple of jackets and just a couple of shoes.
But that's what he used to wear when we first started dating. He dressed pretty nice. He was wearing these flannels from Urban Outfitters, and then he blames Urban Outfitters because he's like, Urban Outfitters fucked me. I used to buy all my shirts there and I looked nice, and then they changed their whole style to some fuckboy outfits, and now I can't shop.
They all gotta change their style.
Yeah, he got pissed, and then he like gained weight, and he couldn't fit his old flannels, and, and so
That's
then,
because you suck his dick too often.
it's my fault.
a weapon.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
That's so funny.
So what Urban Outfitters, I don't remember what it was before, but they
It
always
used to be all hipster,
Yeah,
A little, yeah.
really?
and now it's all like fuckboy.
yeah, it's a little bit.
I like the girls' clothes
I like
still,
them too much.
but the guys' clothes just turned really.
I feel like they got cheaper or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like their quality, or maybe I just
I don't know, I just walked in-
understand the difference.
I just
now,
walked in there
'cause
the other day, and it's really like early '90s, late '80s. It's all
Yeah.
like Fila, all this
Tail figure.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going
80s,
on?
90s is coming back.
the pants are really tight and the shirts are really loose. Like that's the style.
It's weird because I do opposite. I don't dress like loud colors anymore. I'm like super fashion basics now. But then like I have all like my old kicks that are loud as fuck, and I don't know what to do with them anymore. I'm like, oh shit, I
It
can't.
works if you wear like really blank stuff. on
Yeah,
top.
but there's that. But I don't want to just do everything just for the fucking shoe.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if I want to wear something, I don't want to base it around this one shoe anymore. Like it's ridiculous. Because I got like these. I got the fucking the Bel Air Jordan the 5s. Yeah.
But it's a statement shoe.
Yeah.
It's like girls wear
but that's how a
statement
lot of people fuck up. So they always get statement pieces, but they don't have fashion basics. So
What
what happens?
basic, and then let it pop.
Exactly. So you should have basics first, and then you build the other stuff around.
There's this new place I take Steve by. You go in, they measure you up, and they make all the
Yeah,
clothes
can
for
you
you.
please take him? Because I think another
Like
dude
all this stuff is
going
just
with
made.
him.
It's like bespoke, so it's like, but basic. This is like, I got the loud jacket because I like to be loud sometimes. But you can.
I'm not Lady Gaga, dude. I can't be the best that I can be, so I just gave up.
You could be the best you could be.
Sometimes I want to be a lobster,
You're so gaga.
huh? But it's expensive to be Gaga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I showed up and I was always in what I wanted to be, Captain Crunch one day.
Like Prince.
Yeah, fucking a straight up, like I'm about to start an opera, and then the next day I'm a lobster. The next day I'm a mouse. The next
All the
day
animals.
it's like I'm a homeless Kanye style. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know, like I can't do it.
I know. I
It's
feel you.
expensive to do it right.
Sometimes I think
That's
buy too
thousands
much
of dollars
clothes and I feel bad being a consumer. Like we don't need this many clothes.
I know.
Like
buy
you look at all your
clothes,
shoes and like I'm really fucking up for the world right now.
and then you go to the Marie Kondo thing, and then
Right
you,
now, I don't know, maybe
50?
at least.
I'll probably have more for sure, because if you say 50, it's definitely more.
No, because there's like shoes in my in like two closets and on the side of my room.
Filipinos are they're the
There's
shoes.
shoes.
do you ever declutter?
Yeah. I give
Tidying
my
up?
dad all my clothes. My dad be rocking the fresh styles from like 2 years ago.
You give
My
your dad
dad's
the
like
hand-me-downs?
old as hell, just like rocking dope gear.